in Hanoi back in October. Carl Boyd's alongside me. Close one to call this, Carl. Who do you fancy?
Yeah, very tough one. On paper, it's fairly even. Souto, mate, well, he'd miscued and fouled, but he was still 3-1 up. You're not on your own, and you're sort of willing the other lads on to win if you've been beat. And just the pace he's playing it. If it hits it full, well, that's gone wrong, but have a look at this. I think he's having a go. He is. Just hits it a little bit high, nearly puts the pink 4.
Lee, 10-6 against Ricardo Gutjahr. It's about as tough as it's been for him. It was 10-3 against... Ten in the world rankings now, Labutis.
Wants this away from the rail, which he has, so...
And they're level at 1-1. So as I said, Labutis number 10.
As always, trying to put that one in the side. This time he misses it, and now and again you find a... Well, they've got more chance of a dry break, and that's what's happened here. And yeah, now he's got that nice angle. And
Mateusz Niegotzki played brilliantly against Jason Shaw, Mickey Krause, beat them both comfortably. As I said, really had no grounds for recrimination to get one rack on the board, and that was all he did.
So it was the 3-race step now. Very much like Francisco from their opponent.
Shine. He's going to lead for the second. Souto gets the job done. He leads 2-1. Let's get over to table 2. First time he's not made the one in the side off the break after 3 attempts. It's often decided by one player having a real purple patch of quite a few racks. And they just look like they're not going to miss anything. And have I mentioned before, Carl, that Labutis was my pick at the start of the week in Hanoi? Winning one of these events at one stage, but didn't happen for him. We all got to re-pick though, didn't we, before an uncharacteristic miss on the 3, which could have been more costly. Which ultimately gave Souto this chance, from which it looks as though he's going to open a 2-rack lead for the first time. 3-1, Souto leads. So 4 previous stages.
Way out because of where the red 3 is. Well, he's missed that by some way. Yeah, he's looking up into the... Couldn't hit it any better.
No, Shonoki in great form recently.
Yeah, there's this instance with a jump for, you know, the average person who, you know, doesn't really fully understand the dynamics of the game. That's why I just kind of like the idea of just limiting it. If the jump shot was like really hard, then maybe I'd understand. Yeah, and you do get these matches where, you know, you wake up well, so it's just going to sit there and fade what's going on and hope it swings and changes as Souto makes contact.
I think a lot of eyebrows were raised. They're good pals and they were both in the same boat. It seemed to help them both settle in, and they won comfortably against Understar. Haven't done much yet in the game, but who he feels are destined to. I remember him talking about Mickey Krause for a long time, and then became a Mosconi player, won a big event, did well in a number of others. And, yes, he's certainly done a lot now. The most recent thing he's done is take this rack.
I know it's fairly early on.
He's 2-0 down. Okay, so look, Labutis' only previous break in this match was dry. This one is not.
Yeah, Michael, you know, you talk about...
This event is of a whole new level. Down to 4 tables now, you can watch them all. And earlier in the week when we had more tables going, back in October of last year, it certainly didn't come out of nowhere. He'd been in a number of big semi-finals. Back to the main table, it's 3-3.
Cue balls flying. Oh yeah, just nothing. What a great shot, what a great effort that was.
Now, you've been doing well on the trivia questions this week, Carl, but this is one I want you to give a 14, you could say, if you want to split England and Scotland.
Yeah, and it might not be long before the... Yep, he does so. Here, or the shot on the 4, yeah, there you see, pulled it back. East, I think.
Yeah, it's been good all week, really, and, you know, the weather hasn't helped us because it's so lovely outside, but they've still turned out here and there for more than 20 years now. It's won the European Open, it's won the Philippines Open, won a couple of World tonight against the last remaining home player in the tournament, Jason Shaw.
Yeah, Elliot stepping stone in the right direction, and I believe it is.
Yeah, beat O'Cady in Sarajevo last.
Job done.
So he led 3-1, got pegged back to 3-0. He looks to reach the quarterfinals of this UK Open for the second year in a row. Souto is indeed back in front. Be great to see this man in a Mosconi. I think he'd love that environment. Played in many, many Mosconis. He's made the winning 9 in the past. It's David O'Cady. He's into the quarterfinals here.
He's trying to take.
And we were talking before the action got underway today about how good it is sometimes.
What happened, David? What happened today? Wake up, please. But trying to take out for my this
together. We've seen it at the Mosconi Cup several times before. Is it quite difficult, though, playing against him?
Yeah, of course. When you
O'Cady has been to the semi-finals of the UK Open before. He's one match away from getting there again.
You just got to. You would think that would be a first, Michael.
I can't say that with certainty, but as a result, Souto was too clear at 5-3, and he's made the one in the side. Where's it going to take him?
I always think it was 10-1.
No, it was 10-3, and then he wins 8 in a row for the match and goes on to win the world.
I come back and won, but people just want to talk about the 8 ball. They don't want to talk about that, do they? Come across the top of this, bump the 2 up. Well, he's hit it thin. Maybe that's what he was playing. But he's going to leave. It depends on the situation, but Capito was 9-4 down to Ghost in this event.
Yeah, fair point. And the one I just trying to stay relevant.
Well, I'm not posting it.
I don't have
to
to worry.
See, 2 or 3 times a year, there's like these social media videos that do the rounds. There's one of them long jump shots. Yep.
I know there's some American football match that people always talk about, but Jeremy's not. Paul Lawrie winning the Open Golf Championship from 10 behind going into the last. I think the 8's just
so that's one all.
Phil was playing on the seniors tour at that time.
He's over for a moment as Souto plays a bit of a trick shot behind the back. Once he's touching the 5, that will.
There's not one that really stands out.
I think there was a recent one. Was Alcaraz 2 down and about?
It's 4-all now between Aloysius Yap and Mustafa Alnar.
Yeah, he just tried to.
So yeah, they're just having their warm-up racks there.
Trying to get up behind the 8, and I think. Well, luckily you and Phil take care of that, otherwise I'd be in a lot of trouble. Would
have gone in as definite favourite to win this match.
Nine ball might be close, we'll hit it full. This was the ball that was causing a little bit of the controversy. It used to be dark blue, the 2, now it's just light blue, unless he can slow the cue ball down. Yeah, got quite close, not the worst effort. What's he going to leave? He's going to get away with it.
2 years ago.
What's the best comeback victory in the sport? And there's plenty of answers, but I won't read them all out. You can get over to Matchroom. Someone's mentioned Carlo Biardo versus Aloysius Yap, US Open.
US Open final.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was 8-3 up, but he missed the 9 in the next rack and didn't win another rack. 13-8 it finished.
Yeah, the fact it was the final as well, that's what makes it a little bit more Shane Van Bonen in that big blockbuster match. And Shane to come back, it was Milton Keynes, wasn't it?
Guy is on the hill, because that just adds so much pressure. You know that one mistake, and that could be that. But he's going to take this one. Back to 2 behind. It's 6-4 now.
Oops, he's forgot about the biggest one.
Same year as well, of course. A few years all culminating in that win that he had in Hanoi last year. Well, it was to get to the point where he was winning matches fairly regularly in single elimination. Now he's someone who's, well,
a little bit.
Well, it's not quite been the sort of explosive performance we saw from a moment. Now he's got his biggest lead yet of the poll. Play Naoki Oi in the last 8.
And
okay, so well, I was about to say, could this be the start of the tournament?
ball in hand off the Yap scratch. He didn't win the rack. He's made a mess and left Yap in. That's ideal.
Behind it.
You know, we as a group in the Polish league, we are part of the sports association.
So not so glad, because I know you have knocked us out of a few tournaments in the past. But just finally, Naoki.
We're a good guy when you know it's all focus, but also smiles, and just, you know, we try our kind of what times it's gonna be. So now right now I have some time to relax and regroup and recharge for the next.